My gift that I have been given is I've been given this gift of being able to take complicated things and make it simple. It's a gift. And yeah, I know if you master things, you can teach on it and you can make it simple. But the reality is that I've been doing this since I was like 11. Like I've been able to make complicated things simple because I'm a slow learner.
This is Secrets for Success.
Welcome to the Secrets for Success podcast. I'm your host, Greg Todd. Thank you as always for joining me. My friends, we are in SSHC Live week. SSHC Live 2024 is happening this week. You are either coming to the event or you're not coming. So let me just share with both of you what you need to do. All right. So for those of you that are coming, I'm going to see you hopefully Thursday. We're going to have a really cool getting to know each other, party, whatever we want to call it after registration. So I can't wait to meet you all in person. It's going to be awesome. For those of you that are not coming, go to sshlive2024.com/virtual. I would highly advise you to get a virtual ticket. You can stream the event. It's going to be awesome. If you're like, oh my gosh, well, I'm trading all my time for money and I got to work, but I really want to come to the event. Well, get the recordings as well. And I think you'll be really, really, really happy with it. It's going to be an awesome event. I'm really excited about what we're doing with this event, the amazing stories, the students in SSHC that are going to serve and give you all value, and I'll give you value as well. Okay. So anyways, that's that. All right. Now let's get into the event and let's get into like some of the feelings that I have to kind of fight myself with right now and things that I have to remind myself of. As I have always told you guys, I don't ever want to put myself on a pedestal. There are times that I struggle with certain thoughts, and I've had to remind myself of how to have the right perspective when you're getting ready for a big week like next week. So just to kind of give you some context, next week, Tuesday and Wednesday, I work in my inner circle. And then Thursday, I work with my Platinum Mastermind group. And then Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I'm hosting the event. So it's a lot. It's 6 days in a row of somebody that goes pretty all in and goes all out and gives off a lot of energy. Kind of can be feeling a little daunting right now. How am I going to pull this off? But there's something that I have to remind myself of. All of this is a privilege. It's a massive privilege. And there is a verse in the Bible. It is 1 Peter chapter 4, verse 10. And it says this. It says, each of you should use whatever gift you have received to serve others as faithful stewards of God's grace in its various forms. So let me say it again. Each of you should use whatever gift you have received to serve others as faithful stewards of God's grace in its various forms. Each of us should use whatever gift we have received. Whatever gift we've received. And even though there's a lot of responsibility that comes with everything that's happening during this SSHC Live week, this is a gift. This is a privilege. And I have to make the decision of whether or not I'm going to be a steward. Guys, this is so powerful. There's a lot of things going on right now. There's a lot. I just purchased a home for my SSHC clients to work with going into the 2024-2025 year. So I just closed on the house. I did this. There's so much stuff going on. And I've had to remind myself of 1 Peter chapter 4, verse 10, that this is a gift and I'm a steward. Gift, steward. And I have a gift and you have a gift, and we have gifts in various forms. My gift that I have been given is I've been given this gift of being able to take complicated things and make it simple. It's a gift. And yeah, I know if you master things, you can teach on it and you can make it simple. But the reality is that I've been doing this since I was like 11. Like I've been able to make complicated things simple because I'm a slow learner and I have to understand it in a very practical way in order for me to be able to ingest it. It's probably why I'm so obsessive compulsive. Like when I learn something, I need to learn it over and over and over again to actually truly get it. Like I know sometimes my wife even gets frustrated with me because we'll watch a show and I'm like, well, what is that person doing? What is that? And she's like, oh my gosh, what's wrong with you? She actually's like, you might need to get your brain checked. And it's just because, I mean, the reality is I'm just slow with learning, but I've used that as a gift to my advantage. And it can help a lot of people because I'm able to take complicated things, make it simple so that Greg understands it. And if Greg understands it and other people can understand it, well, everybody's now empowered. 1 Peter chapter 4, verse 10, that's what it shows us. Me having the SSHC live event is a privilege. It's a gift. It's a gift that I've been given. I used to think it was just responsibility. Oh my gosh, I got all these hotel rooms. Oh my gosh, I got this. Oh my gosh, the food and beverage. Oh, this and that. Guys, this is all a gift, and I have to be a faithful steward. And when I remind myself of the fact that I have to be a faithful steward, it reminds me of the fact that I don't own anything. A steward is just someone that manages and oversees opportunities, property, people, resources. That's it. I have to remind myself I don't own my house. I don't own the car. I don't own the event. I'm just a steward over those things right now. And I think this is a really important principle for everyone to understand because I think a lot of people focus so much of their time. And by the way, including me, I have to be very careful of this. I can fall into this trap as well. But people focus so much of their time on trying to hold on to things that they feel like they own and that they can't let go of it. And when we do that, it puts so much unnecessary stress and frustration on us because we feel like we own this thing. No, you're a steward of it. You're currently allowed to manage over that thing. You've been given that privilege through the Lord. That's it. And if you don't handle that management well, then the Lord has the right to take it away. I mean, it's his anyways. And you don't own it. And I have to remind myself of that this week. I'm on audition. That's it. And I'm managing over it. And if I can handle the management, then maybe the Lord will give me more. If I can't handle it, well, maybe he needs to take it away. So as I'm going into the event, I'm deciding, okay, how am I going to do the event? How am I going to do this? How am I going to do that? How am I going to perceive the event? What am I going to do moving forward after this event? I have to remember that. I'm currently the manager over Smart Success Healthcare. If I don't manage the talents, the resources that the Lord has given me, I should not be shocked if he takes this away. That's it. I don't own it. You don't own it, but we're managers over it. And we need to be not only stewards, but we need to be faithful stewards. Faithful stewards of the gifts that God has given us. So that means that sometimes when you're managing these resources, you have to have, not sometimes, you really all the time, you need to have faith. You need to be a faithful steward. And it's so interesting because if you think of the story of the talents, the 3 servants that got talents in the Bible, there were 2 of the servants that actually invested the talents and went and it eventually yielded double the amount of the talents that they were given. And then there was 1 servant who did not invest the talent and said, I'm not going to lose this, so I'm going to hide this, and then gave it back to the master. And that servant was ridiculed and chastised. And it makes me think of 1 Peter chapter 4, verse 10, when it talks about being a faithful steward. So not only do I have to manage over SSHC Live, but I have to have faith. I have to have faith of amazing outcomes that will happen not only at the event, but with people after the event. And guys, if you can't do that, then you're not going to be given things to manage over. And that's what I have to remind myself of, guys, as I go into this week, as I execute on everything that I need to do to serve the people this week, and as powerful as a way as I can, I have to remind myself I'm a steward. And I've been given a gift, and God has given me grace to be able to deploy that gift to others. And that's me living in my purpose. And so I don't know, that's like my little pep talk as I go into next week. And I hope that benefits you and gives you value as well. So if you enjoyed this, if this helped you, then just let me know. I don't know, reach out to me. You guys know, reach out to me. Instagram, Facebook, text, whatever. But I love you guys and I appreciate you all. And if you're coming, I'm glad to see you next week. And if not, I'll see you on virtual. Love you guys. Till next time. That was easy.